All right, all right. Hello, everyone out there in cyber world. Welcome to Financial Coach for You. I am Financial Coach Ray. I am the founder. I am the CEO of Financial Coach for You. And you are in for an absolute treat today. Every single week, we introduce small businesses, home-based businesses, special guests who have gifts and talents to share with the general public. And so now, ladies and gents, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Raul MinRa Stamp. He is the band lead vocalist, conga player in his band, Black Mamba. So Raul, let the listening audience know a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what type of music that you play.
Hey, all right. How you doing, Ray? First of all, thanks for having me on. Just a little bit about what we do. Black Mambo has been around San Diego for quite a while now. We actually are a kind of a grouping together of different backgrounds, nationalities, and different musical influences. And we came together and decided that the best way we can express that is through Latin jazz. But it's not all we do. We also do funk, we also do salsa, we also do reggae, and then we do a combination of all of it. So our sound is not any traditional or typical sound for any of those music genres. We play around San Diego. Most of I guess, the phrase I could use here is the usual suspects when it comes to venues. And we have a show coming up on the 27th of this month at 98 Bottles, and then another show the following week at Music Box, which is a former anthology. And we're part of Chevita Entertainment, which is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with 88.3 Jazz San Diego on Saturdays. As a matter of fact, today from between 12 and 3, DJ Chris Springer hosts the Latin Grooves show, and his entertainment company, Chevita Entertainment, we're part of that family along with Sexteto Sonero del Caribe and Afro Truco and some other groups. And so we're trying to build something here local and organic so that San Diego can enjoy more than just, one or two different people to be able to come out and enjoy more culture and different type of music and, just experience, what it is to, be part of live music. Live music is a great thing. I mean, radio is fine, but there's nothing like live music.
Awesome. And you mentioned culture. I know it's all about culture. I'm from the Caribbean, and
Yeah.
music is a big part of our culture. And so
Yeah.
the name Black Mamba, what inspired the name?
Well, first of all, I was going to ask you if I detected an accent because I'm West Indian myself, girl.
Woo! All right, all right.
Yeah, but Black Mamba, we were actually just sitting around brainstorming, and at the time that we came up with the name, we were doing a combination of Latin music and funk, and we had a combination of Latinos in the band and of African Americans in the band, and so not to differentiate a black Latino from any other black person, but I decided, you know what, let's just put the black element and then the Latino element. So I came up with Black Mambo. And so, of course, Mambo being a type of music that originated in Cuba and was popularized through New York in the 40s and 50s. And so that's how we came up with Black Mambo. And it's kind of catchy because a lot of people are already familiar with the snake, Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Go ahead, KB24.
Right.
But, so we came up with the name and it stuck. And so, hey, it works.
That's awesome. Because when I hear the name Black Mamba, I'm ready to do the cha-cha. So tell me about your band members. Who are they and what instruments they play?
Okay. So there's three percussionists in the band. All three of them are Panamanian. That's myself, my timbale player Ignacio Sobers, and my cousin Rudy Mitchell, who plays the bongos and the campana, and they both sing backup vocals also. Then we have our bass player who is from Brazil, and his name is Pedro Oliveira. Uh, our keyboard player is from right here in San Diego. He's Mexican American, Jonathan Ramos. And then our guitar player is from Tijuana, Mexico. and his name is Rene Escamilla, and he's actually what makes our band non-typical, because you're not going to find any salsa bands or Latin jazz bands with an electric lead guitar, and so he really makes the difference. And then our trumpet player is from New York, Nathan Mills. He's the only white guy in the group, but we've adopted him. We've adopted him in.
You've embraced him.
Yeah, we've embraced him. Yeah, and I play the congas and do the lead vocals, and like I said, it's an experience to hear our music. It's not what people expect to hear when we start playing. There's a swing there that is natural to the three percussionists in the group, because we're all from Panama and we grew up with a certain type of influence that comes from our African roots, and it's comparsa music, and so we have that in common, all three of us, and so we incorporate it into our music, and the rest of the band gets on that same wave and feels it, and so that's what makes it special.
That is amazing. Sounds like you are well-rounded, and like I know we're in Caribbean we're influenced with the African music, because we all migrated from Mother Africa, because we have the calypso, we have the reggae, we have the
soca.
Soca.
Yeah.
I've been gone for too long. I'm forgetting all my music,
Yeah.
And so we all influenced, from Africa. And so
don't forget the reggaeton, and don't forget the bachata, and don't forget the merengue. That's all part of it.
Oh, that's right. That is so true. Yeah. That is so true. So now, in putting together a band, I mean, how did you come across these gentlemen? It sounds like they have so much to offer. How did you come across all of them?
It's kind of weird, but at the same time, looking back, I see God's fingerprints all over it. The guitar player, the keyboard player, my original bass player, and drummer all live within 2 miles of each other. Literally.
Amazing.
Literally, my guitar player lived 2 blocks from me. Literally.
Wow.
And the interesting part of the story is my cousin just became part of the band, but he lived about 4 blocks away from me for years, and I didn't even know he was in San Diego. Wow. So my timbalero, Ignacio, I met him about 19 years ago. My wife was at the pediatrician's office, and so was he. His son was a year older than mine at the time. And she heard his accent and said, "Are you Panamanian?" Yes. So that's how we connected. And so we all came together. A gentleman named Gerardo Chavez, who was part of the school district music program. Those guys, when I first met them, my keyboard player and bass player, drummer, guitarist, they were fresh out of high school. I'm still about 15, 16 years older than most of those guys. But we got together and we started messing around, and immediately we saw there was a chemistry. And so we decided, let's form something and move forward. And so here we are, 16 years later, still doing it.
Wow, that is 16 years later. That's a long time to, be working together. I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty close knit, because it's all about a family, a team approach. And you can't be in the band by yourself. That's why I ask who are the people that make up your band, because all of them are important. Right. Let's see. I have some live listening audience out there, and they pose some questions for you. So let me see here. We have a question from San Diego, and question says, do you play at private parties or only in public arenas? You do private parties?
We do private events, but I'll be upfront. Our fee is not conducive to your average birthday party. I mean, we're not a garage band that's starting out and needs publicity. Our name is out there. Our guys are professional. So if we're gonna do a private party, we just like to let people know upfront. There's a fee involved, and it's not expensive. It's not gonna break your bank, but we are worth our salt, put it that way. So at least each one of our players, usually wants to get anywhere between $200 to $250 for a performance.
Right. Well, thanks for being honest about that, because it's good to know, because if someone has a lot of money and they want to be able to hire professionals, they know they can reach out to you, and you bring that variety, you know, that
Right.
twist to it. So
Right.
like for my daughter's 16th birthday, hey, I'm hiring you guys, you know, because I know y'all know
Right.
how to,
Amen.
yeah.
Right
So
on.
let's get another question out here. Where do you perform in San Diego? Do you have a particular area that if someone needs to go listen to your music, what particular area can they find you?
Well, it's usually going to be in the downtown area, either the Gaslamp or the Little Italy area. We normally perform at 98 Bottles San Diego, which is on Pittman and Broad.
And what days? Is Saturday, Friday?
It all depends. You can check our Facebook page for Black Mamba. We usually post our events there, or you can check the schedule for 98 Bottles, and they'll usually post their schedule a month ahead of time. Again, we are going to be at 98 Bottles on the 27th of this month, and then on the I believe it's on the 4th of March, maybe the 5th. Don't quote me. You'll have to check the schedule on that. We're going to be at Music Box, which is also in Little Italy on India Street. That used to be the old Anthology.
Okay, that's awesome. Now I have a personal question here, and you know, being self-employed, I'm so happy I'm self-employed. Woo-hoo. I have the liberty of, you know, volunteering at my daughter's elementary school, Avondale Elementary, right around the corner from where I live. Do you perform at local schools, like introducing the students to your genre type of music? Do you work with the districts on promoting your type of music?
We have in the past, and we have absolutely no aversion to doing that again. So if anybody out there wants to do a workshop, especially for the drumming, because that seems to be what the kids gravitate to
Right.
a little bit more. Um, my percussionist Ignacio Sobers and I have done several of these throughout the years. And as a matter of fact, Chevita Entertainment, Chris Springer just got approved by the state for his nonprofit organization, which is going to be to bring music and arts to the underprivileged kids. I even had him over for dinner last night, and I told him I'll donate one of my instruments. So we are aware that we're part of this community, and whatever we can do to pour back into that community, into this community, and be of help, and keep the kids off the street, give them something constructive to do.
Wow, that is amazing. You know, I'm putting together a Black History performance at my school, and I just wish I had gotten in contact with you a couple months before. I could definitely, you know, invite you guys over to, I think it'll be such a great match. And
Yes,
so,
sir.
Raul, thank you so much for being my guest. I think you have an awesome, awesome band, and I can't wait to hear you guys
All
play.
right.
You
Well,
know,
come on out.
if you need to, so how do people get a hold of you? What is your contact number? Can they get in
You,
contact with you on Facebook?
yes, that's the best way. If you go on Facebook, there is a contact number listed on our Facebook artist page, and you can call that number for any reason and get a hold of us that way. And thank you for having me on your show, Ray. Appreciate it.
You are so welcome, and I know I'm going to have you on in the future. If you have anything that's going on that you need help getting it out, just give me a call, because every single week, like I said, we introduce small businesses, home-based businesses, special guests with gifts and talents to share with the general public. If that's you that's listening out there, contact me. I'm Ray at Financial Coach, the number 4, the letter U.net, and you can get in contact with me at 619-357-6558. I'm going to have this video posted on YouTube, and also give Raul the link. So if you missed this live show, it is being recorded. Any closing remarks, Raul?
Yes, God bless you. God bless everybody out there listening. Thanks for tuning in. And please support live music.
Awesome.